Hi everyone, welcome to C.A.S.E card collaboration. There are 4 of us in this collab and they'll all be linked down below, including myself. So it's Stamp Girl and I are coordinating this, and she made this lovely thumbnail. Linda Kaufman and Heather Parrott, I want to say is her last name. She is in Nova Scotia. We like Stampin' Up a lot. So anyway, C.A.S.E means copy and selectively edit. And the idea is to pick any card or something in the current catalog. So as of January 5th, that would mean either this one, which is the current annual catalog for 20 to 2021. It goes through April, I believe. It goes till May 3rd, 2021. And this is the one I used. Or we could have picked something out of the new mini catalog effective January 5th. Or the Sale-a-Bration brochure also effective January 5th. I did not pick one out of these, but I did use products out of these. So, and I'll let you know which ones they are when we get there. So let me show you which one I picked. Now, the funny thing is, I have to move you up this way because I can't get the catalog in view. The funny thing is, I picked something that isn't a card. It's actually a belly band going around a mini pizza box. But I used that as inspiration to make my card. I loved how, I'm going to try and get this up closer. I loved how it had 1, 2, 3, 4 layers plus ribbon, well, plus doily, and then another die cut here, and then a punch jar, and then a butterfly, a flower, and a word. And in addition to the ribbon, it also had some twine. So let me show you what I did with that. I used the brand new Dandy. I'm just going to show you everything. Okay, this is out of the annual catalog, and I did use this. Let me bring this back down. I did use the jar stamp, just this stamp out of here. Okay, I used the Dandelion 3D embossing folder from the annual catalog 2021. That's the one I got the inspiration from. Then I did use part of this bundle, which is in the mini catalog effective January 5th. I'll show that to you in a moment because I can show it to you now. But what I used out of it is this, but I cut the stem off, this, and I think the littlest one. I did a 3-layer flower with those, okay? And in addition to that, I did use the entire bundle for Dragonfly Garden, which is also part of the same suite. It's a stamp set and a punch. Also, the jar was a bundle too, and here's the jar punch that went with that jar of flowers from the annual catalog. And I think only one other thing from Stamps and Dies, and it was the well-written, it's now just dies, the new number is 151816. Excuse me. I used the word thanks. So I wanted to show you the Dandy Garden Suite, because that is where most of this came from. Here it is. Sorry guys, I should have had that open. Alright. This is the Dandy Garden Suite. It's effective January 5th, so I'm showing it to you on the 5th. Alright. And it goes only in, this goes January to June 2021. So here is the Dandy Garden, Garden Wishes bundle that I showed you, where I only used the dies. And here is the Dragonfly Garden bundle, but I used both. I did use a piece of the Dandy Garden 6x6 paper, which is this paper here in Blackberry Bliss and white. I also used a piece here, which is Bumblebee with little little white dandelion wishes things on it. This is Bumblebee cardstock, and this is where I did the embossing with the dandelion embossing folder from the annual catalog. And then what I did on that is I took my Stampin' Up marker and I flicked it on the end of the cap and got little speckles of Blackberry Bliss on the Bumblebee yellow paper. This is the jar punch. I stamped it on Whisper White with Bumblebee. Here are the 3 flower pieces in Whisper White, Blackberry Bliss, Whisper White. The die here for thanks, the well-written die, I die cut 3 times in Bumblebee and stuck them together. This is one of the square doilies in the annual catalog, but let me show you the picture in the annual again real quick. I don't know if you can see this. They cut the corners off and made it not square, so I did the same thing. The only difference is I also took my dark Blackberry Bliss Stampin' Blend alcohol marker and I colored the doily, the vellum doily, with it after I cut those edges off. So let's see, here's the Dragonfly. I stamped it twice. This one got a little faint, so I put it on the bottom. I glued them together. I took my Wink of Stella and just colored the top wing with Wink of Stella, which made the ink that it was stamped in, the Blackberry Bliss ink, bleed out a little bit, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to look like a sheer wing without stamping it on vellum. And then this is Crystal Shimmery Effects. It's sort of like glossy accents, but with shimmer in it. And the sequins are from the Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequins in the annual catalog. They're actually in Rich Razzleberry, but I thought they were close enough, so I used one small one on its head and 2 other ones here and here. These little dragonflies came out when I was punching the big ones. Up here is the little one. There's no stamp for that, so you can either just punch it out of designer paper or use whatever colored paper, you know, like cardstock you want to use. Now the other thing is this ombre paper. I used on Sunday in my live, I used the Bermuda Bay, but here is Blackberry Bliss. You can see I used one of them for this second layer of the flower, but I also used it in the background as the first mat. So we have 1, 2, 3 mats. Okay, and then this ribbon is new. It is called Striped Ribbon Blackberry Bliss. It's in the mini from the Ice Cream Corner Suite, which I'll turn to and show you as well. Just give me one moment, please. Got too many things on my desk here. So yeah, I thought I did pretty well. What do you think with the layers? I almost was going to let me turn this back down. So I was almost going to make it only be this wide, but I decided against that. You know, to have the front be like a fun fold, but I wanted all the paper layers, and I couldn't do it with when I did that. So the jar is glued onto this paper, and it's up on dimensionals. So this is also up on dimensionals. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. That is also new from the mini catalog. It is called Snail Mail Twine Combo Pack. I only used the white, but I again took my dark Blackberry Bliss alcohol marker and I colored a length of it, and then I cut that another piece equal in length to that, 2 more pieces in white, and then I just bundled them together and tied a bow and stuck it down with a glue dot there. So I think that came out pretty well. They, I think, had used the Misty Moonlight and silver and white twine in the annual catalog. And I don't know, it looks like they also had foil instead of this. Oh, and for this, I almost forgot that. I used a punch. It is called the Label Me Lovely Punch 151296. I believe that's in the annual catalog still, I hope. In fact, let's check, because I don't want to steer you wrong on that. Let me just find the punches real quick and see, because I thought it was current. Yes, it is in the annual catalog on page 166, and it is item 151296. So let me show you the ombre paper in Sale-a-Bration. It is right here. Oh So Ombre. So that is a free pack of 48 sheets of 6x6 paper in the colors Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, and Rococo Rose. Some have the little bubbles on, and some are just straight ombre. Very pretty. I used the Bermuda Bay in a card on my Sunday Live on January 3rd, so if you're interested, it was the 3rd card that we made that night. So I did use that from Sale-a-Bration, which you can get free, like I said, with a $50 purchase out of either the annual catalog or the January to June mini catalog. Sale-a-Bration is 2 months only, so the ability to get these free products only lasts in January and February if you're interested in anything. Here they're actually showing the twine, which I use too. And then let me show you where the ribbon, the ice cream suite. That's another cute one. I am going to be doing a complete walkthrough. I'm sorry, I'm not. Well, you know what? Come tonight at 7 p.m. January 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern, and I will do a walkthrough of this mini catalog. But that is my case of card for the month of January. And inside I stamped "You Are an Inspiration." And I think that came from Dragonfly Garden. So I have "Thanks" and "You Are an Inspiration." And the Dragonfly stamp that I used was this one. And then I stamped it twice and punched it out twice and glued them together in the middle. So I thought it came out really well. Let me know what you think. But also, do go check out everyone else in the collab. I'm sure they've come up with totally different things. We're not picking the same things each month. We're picking whatever we want and making it however we see fit. So we can pick a card and use a totally different set of stamps and papers, and you know, which is pretty much what I did, except I didn't even pick a card. I picked a belly band and made it into a card. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this, and lots of layers. I want to learn better layering, so this took me a while, but yeah, I used punches. Yes, 3 punches: jar, dragonfly, the label. I used dies, I used embossing, and then I used a flicking technique and coloring with ink, and yeah, just layered it all up. Lots of fun. All right, everyone, have a wonderful Tuesday the 5th, and a wonderful week, and a very happy, healthy, and safe new year to all of you, and I will see you again soon. Hugs, love, and peace.